The venerable 45 ACP. Got a Colt here that has some sentimental value to me. This came from a dear friend of mine many years back. Got some Super Vel, smoking hot, the inventor of the jacketed hollow point, some steel targets out there, and a couple other things to talk about. Let's dig right in. All right. Been talking about doing this for a long time. The 1911. This is a Colt M1991A1, which is a Series 80, which for you purists will be like, that's a piece of crap. Look, man, John Moses Browning himself didn't want some of the features that are on these guns, but the U.S. Army said, we want this and we want some other things. That being said, this gun has some sentimental value to me. This was carried on duty for many years by a buddy of mine that retired, and it made its way to me. So I'm going to share it with you, and I'm going to share this with you. Wait a minute, leather? Leather? What is it now? Like 1980? Well, first of all, leather still has a lot of very good uses in holsters. The craftsmanship from this is bar none, top-notch stuff. Rocky from Pure Customs delivered a couple of these to me, and I have been practicing diligently. They fit amazing. For you guys that are pure plastic guys, do that. But I want to showcase some handmade goodness by my buddy Rocky at Pure Customs. And in this vid, we are also going to be looking at some Super Vel, the inventor of the jacketed hollow point. We've got both the jacketed hollow point freaking flying ashtray, as it used to be called, and some of the, a little muddy out here, 45 ACP solid copper. So here's what we're going to do. I've got the Garmin set up. I want to get some chrono measurements real quick, just so we know what we're working with these monster 185 grainers. And then we're going to do some shooting. We're going to probably shoot a couple things like, I don't know, a can of sweetened condensed milk just for the hell of it. Let's dig right in. All right, going to get a little chrono data. I've got my information punched in to the Garmin. These are the 185 grain plus P jacketed hollow points. Got everything set up, eyes and ears on the range, and here we go. We'll fire a few here. Make sure I got that angle dangled correctly. 1133 feet per second. 1157. 1106. 1132. And 1130.9er. Safely reholster. We've got enough data that we kind of know what's happening. That first set across the chrono is the 185 grain jacketed hollow point. Now we'll do some testing on the solid copper goodness. Let's try that. Cleared out the first set. Here we go. Chrono's up and running. Woo! 1181, a little quicker. 1214, 1192, and 1222. So a little bit quicker for that little lighter bullet. I can't wait to see what one of those does to a can of sweetened condensed milk. Why in the heck would we use leather when we've got modern materials like plastic, Kydex, etc.? Kydex is a plastic, but why go back here? Any of you guys that buy good work boots, good ranch boots, cowboy boots, even good leather dress shoes, you know quality leather lasts. Quality leather breaks into you. So with enough time, a couple days, depending on temperature, or weeks if it's colder, and usage, this thing's gonna meld to your hip. That's kind of important. Some guys will say, well, it doesn't hold as well. Good quality made leather will do a really good job of friction retention, which is what most all Kydex is doing. And you can see this thing's not jumping out. If the argument is that this could come out in a scuffle, so too could it happen in a Kydex situation. So without mechanical retention and just friction fit, you've got to have the skills to pin that gun on you if it's not necessary to come out of the holster. So let's do some draw strokes. We've got steel 10, 12 yards out there. Rocky does a great job. I wanted to show you this as well. Look at this. It's not collapsing. And the reason it's not is he's got some way he does this, some leather magic that makes that thing keep its shape. Very cool. I probably have, I don't know, 8 or 10 various holsters from anything from a Glock to a J-frame to the 1911. So that's kind of cool. So I'm going to load up and we're going to work some draw strokes. One more piece of information about 1911s or single actions in general if you're new to them. This safety is not an afterthought. This safety is not an afterthought. So when you have finished engaging targets or whatever you're doing, administrative loading, that safety goes on while that gun is oriented towards the impact zone, the berm, the threat, whatever your safe muzzle direction is. I don't come to here and go, oh, I better put the safety on. I know some of you guys are saying, no duh. Point of order. Not everybody knows everything you know, hot shot. Some of us, all of us, don't know anything until we go learn it. So good point of order. Safety goes on when that gun is out in front of us. Conversely, as I'm drawing, that safety doesn't come off until that firearm is oriented safely away from my body. I just referenced it the other day, the Tex Grebner video where he draws and shoots himself. Remember that? I just shot myself. Don't do that. So, manual of arms, master grip, firearm clears holster, safety comes off, my thumb is up on that safety, touch point, run that gun out. There's nobody behind the camera, guys. Obtain a sight picture, fire if you're gonna fire, finger straight, safety back on, and recover. So load this blaster. Lock the slide to the rear, retrieve a magazine. These are the 185 grainers. Close that slide, safety on. Trigger guard's clear, holster's clear, and recover. And we'll use the cover garment here. Okay, man, it's freaking cold out here and wet. We'll go one round. Master grip, present the pistol, safety off, touch point, finger straight, safety on, dominate the muzzle, and recover to the holster. So that's nice and easy. Let's try 2 rounds. Master grip, clear the holster, safety comes off, touch point, punch. Very easy, safety on. Why don't you go faster? Because, man, I shoot striker fired and double singles usually, and I want to make sure that I'm not just doing stupid shit with something that can blow my limbs off or kill me. So, nice and controlled. I used to do some IDPA with this gun years ago. I rarely ever shoot them. I got a little tiny piece of steel over here. Gun comes out, safety off, connect. Nice, center punch, finger straight, and recover. I've got a couple things I want to shoot for the hell of it before my light goes away. I've got some Gatorade and some sweetened condensed milk. Let's throw that stuff out here. I'm going to set up the GoPro and just see what it looks like for the fun of it. We'll shoot one with the 185 and one with the solid copper. I'll throw them out here. I'm losing the light quick. This is a 185 grainer with that Gatorade out there. Let me just get into a nice position for shooting. Here we go. I'm gonna make a mess.
Gonna make a mess.
that 185 grainer definitely did it in. Let's swap and throw that little sweetened condensed milk bottle out there. That'll be fun. We got that sweetened condensed milk out there, and now we've got the solid copper 160 grainer. Get that loaded up. My freaking GoPro is coated in Gatorade now. Okay, let's see if we can hit that little can from my lovely shooting position. Here we go. That shit's everywhere. Super fun. Super fun. There's like no real value in that besides screwing around. Mickey with CarryTrainer.com. Train with the stuff that you have to protect yourself. Your life, your family's life is important enough that you invest some energy. How much? Maybe 40 total hours of initial training should get you squared away with the correct draw stroke, correct mechanics of marksmanship, and then go out once a month, man. Shoot a box of ammo, 50 rounds. Do some dry fire if you can't afford it or don't have the time for the range. And most of all, prepare your brain to win. Your life, your family's life is important. Be well, don't be dickheads. Check out my friends at Super Vel. Check out my friends at Pure Custom Holsters. And then if somebody wants to come clean up my GoPro, shoot me a message. I'll let you do it. That's funny. Look at that thing. It's just filleted her open. Delicious, sweet, milky goodness. Bye now. Folks, that's like it's morning. I'm gonna need my coffee before I can talk to you. Well, if that's you, I want you to try this Ignis Lux coffee. We roast this ourselves, roasted with love, primo stuff, and I guarantee if you don't like it, I will ignore your phone call and tell you to lose my number, but keep buying it because it's amazing. And if you don't like it, there's something wrong with you. No, but seriously, the guarantee is you're gonna like it. Try it. Ignis Lux, Latin for firelight. It denotes that fire that burns in all of us, and my thought is, with everything that we do, let that fire blaze brightly, my friends, for as long as possible. Ciao.